Hello everybody, this is Minhas Akbar and today we are going to learn that how we can check endogeneity problem using Stata. In my earlier lecture, I have talked about how we can use IVREGRESS command and detect the problem of endogeneity. But today our focus would be on IVREG2 command. IVREG2 command perform better when we have the issue of heteroscedasticity and serial correlation in our data. Step by step, in this lecture, first we will talk about what is endogeneity. Then we will compare between IVREGRESS and IVREG2 command. And then we will learn how we can use the option cluster robust and what is under identification and over identification. Finally, we will talk about validity, relevance, and weakness of our instruments. So first of all, endogeneity problem. Endogeneity problem actually means that your explanatory variable is correlated with error term. And why this explanatory variable is correlated with error term? Usually because of three common causes. First cause is omitted variable bias. It means that relevant variable that affect both the dependent and explanatory variable is left out of the model. So its influence is absorbed in the error term. Second is reverse causality, where dependent variable does not just respond to the explanatory variable, but vice versa. Independent variable also has an influence on the dependent variable. And third one is measurement error. The explanatory variable is measured imprecisely. This mismeasurement itself becomes correlated with the error term. So these are three most common causes of endogeneity problem. So now we will compare both commands IVREGRESS and IVREG. First, both commands report Durbin-Wu-Hausman endogeneity test. Basically, the IVREGRESS to SLS command assume that IID errors for its statistics, but IVREG command is valid under the heteroscedasticity and clustering. Other than that, the IVREGRESS command has limited support once you cluster or use robust standard errors, but IVREG performs better when you are going to be cluster your data. Next, IVREGRESS to SLS command has limited capabilities, but IVREG2 has extensive capabilities. Under identification test, IVREGRESS has limited capabilities as compared to IVREG2. Over identification, yes, IVREGRESS have over identification test. IVREGRESS has more options. And then again, IVREGRESS cluster robust diagnostics. IVREGRESS has limited capabilities, but IVREG have better support. In most of the cases, IVREG is proved to be a better command than IVREGRESS to SLS when robust or clustered standard errors are in play. Basically, the problem is when we use VCE robust or clustered, the Cragg-Donald statistics for IVREGRESS command is technically invalid. It assumes independent and identically distributed errors, IID. But the fix is IVREG2 command, because for heteroscedastic or cluster data, IVREG remain the standard choice. It automatically reports the statistics, the correct robust equivalent for testing weak instruments. Cragg-Donald statistics, it has limited capabilities while using the cluster robust option, but the test Kleibergen-Paap has the capabilities to account for clustered standard errors. What is under identification and over identification? When we use IVREG2 command, it shows the results of under identification test as well as over identification test. Under identification measures if used instrument is relevant or not. The relevance of instrument means the used instruments are correlated with the endogenous variable. And what is over identification test? It examines the validity of the instrument using Hansen test. It applies only when you have more instruments than endogenous variables. If instruments are less than your endogenous variables, you cannot run the over identification test because it checks whether the extra instruments are uncorrelated with the error term. So what is validity? That your instrument should be uncorrelated with the error term. And what is relevance? It means that your instrument should be correlated with the endogenous variable. Three most common characteristics a good instrument must possess. The first is validity, as we have talked earlier. But what if the correlation between endogenous variable and the instrument variable is tiny? Then this instrument is relevant, but it is weak. If this correlation is strong correlation, then the instrument has a strength. Our instrument must have strength, it must be relevant, and it must also be valid. First, I will run my Stata commands, and then I will explain these four one by one. Here is my Stata, and I will first import the data. I have the data file already in the Stata format. I have variables like ICT, Information Communication Technology, then GDP, then foreign direct investment. These are the three main variables that I will use in my analysis. First thing when you are working with panel data is to declare your data to be a panel data. So I wrote xset, my ID variable, and then my time variable. I have declared my data to be a panel data and it is strongly balanced. Now first I have to check either of my variable has the issue of endogeneity, because if it has an issue of endogeneity then I have to use instrument variables, and if it does not have an issue of endogeneity then I don't need to use instruments, or even I don't need to use IVREG2 or IVREGRESS. I can just use a fixed effect, random effect, or underscore gray standard errors. I have used the command. Just look at the command. If you want to check the endogeneity and you assume that the FDI, foreign direct investment variable, is endogenous variable, it might have the problem of endogeneity. What is the command? You will write IVREG2, your dependent variable GDP, your first independent variable ICT, and then in parentheses you mention FDI, because you suspect that FDI might be an endogenous variable. You wrote FDI is equal to lag of FDI. Basically after equal to you are using instruments, lag of FDI as instrument and then second lag of FDI as instrument. As I have mentioned earlier, that number of instruments must be more than the number of endogenous variables. Then you suspect that your data has the issue of heteroscedasticity or serial correlation, so you use the command robust and then parenthesis FDI. Why you mention this? Because you suspect that FDI has an issue of endogeneity. I will run this command. When I run this command, the first thing in the whole table you have to look for is this one, endogeneity test. Because if your variable has problem of endogeneity, then you have to use the instrument variables. So endogeneity test, its p-value is significant. When the p-value of endogeneity test is significant, it means there is a problem of endogeneity. Mainly FDI is an endogenous variable. Once you have checked this, now the other three statistics. Under identification test. For under identification test, if it is significant, it means your instruments are relevant. If it is insignificant, it means your instruments are not relevant. The second test is weak identification test. It means we are going to check the strength of instruments. This statistics, because when we use the option robust, then we cannot rely the results of Cragg-Donald wall test. We have to look for the Kleibergen-Paap test F statistics. F statistics is 262. But the stock yoga weak test is 19. Your F statistics must be greater than this stock yoga weak identification test. 262 is fairly greater than 19.93. Your instruments are relevant and your instruments are strong enough. And next thing is Hansen J statistics. It examines the over-identification, or we can say validity of our instrument. If your value of Hansen J statistics is significant, it means your instruments are not valid. Or you can say one of your instrument is not valid. So our instruments could not pass the validity test. It means the instruments that we are going to use, first and second leg of FDI, they are not valid instruments. What we will do, we can use another instrument. In the next command, I have used third and fourth leg of FDI as instruments. I run this command. The interpretation is same. First of all, yes, FDI is an endogenous variable. It has an issue of endogeneity. And the next, under identification test, if it is significant, it means it passed the relevance test. And our weakness test shows 90, while stock yoga weak 10% margin is 19. 90 is greater than 19. Our instrument is also strong enough. And the next is Hansen J statistics. In this case, the Hansen J statistics have become insignificant. It means our instrument is also valid. If we look at the slides, we can say if we use third and fourth leg of FDI, our instrument is valid, relevant, and also strong. It means now we can use third and fourth leg of FDI as instruments. Next, it's better that we use to check the endogeneity problem in each variable one by one. For the next variable, ICT is endogenous variable, and you can see that here again ICT has significant values. There is a problem of endogeneity, and we use first and second leg of ICT. You see these instruments are relevant. The value is greater than 19.93, so they are strong. But again, Hansen J statistics is significant. It means this instrument is not valid. This is how we can use different legs to check if our instrument are valid or not. Thank you very much.